of the residents of the banditry hit areas that the government can win the fight against bandits. Now, victims and families of Middle East labor crisis have petitioned Parliament to urgently come up with a policy addressing the plight of thousands of Kenyans working in foreign countries. This comes after the families expressed their concern over the rising death cases of female domestic workers abroad.
According to the Kenya Diaspora Workers and Opportunity Seekers Association, over 35,000 workers were under various forms of threat. The association has also identified cases of a woman who died and was buried in Iraq and another whose body arrived in the country with missing organs.
In the court, in a case which I filed before the Employment Labor Court in Nairobi, where I'm appearing for the victims, I'm also appearing for the families and also for the human rights groups. And we are asking that the Parliament to take this as a matter of national importance and it be given the urgency it deserves. We are calling upon the President of the Republic of Kenya to, together with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Labour, there be constituted an urgent task force which is going to oversee this problem, because there are so many people who are actually suffering. Their parents who have lost their children, their relatives like Muigai here, who has lost a sister. There are bodies which are in other countries which are buried, others are in morgues, and all these. There are people in prison, and this issue cannot be just be overlooked. It's an issue to be taken seriously.
According to the association's head, Haran Muigai, the number of workers seeking employment opportunities in the Middle East countries was on the rise.
One of the human rights violations that made us to pick up this issue is our majority of our members, who are that 5,000 members, is that they have been sexually molested in Gulf countries. They have also been tortured, and some have been beaten to an experience of to a level of dying. And those who have been brought back to Kenya, majority have been brought back with missing organs like liver, kidney, and even the eye cornea, which tells you that there is quite harvesting of human organs back there. This is an issue of human trafficking, and we call upon the Kenya government that this should stop. The agents that recruit these young Kenyans back to take them to Saudi Arabia, we have come to document that some of these agents, their directors, are owned by senior government officers in the government, and that could be the reason why this issue of Kenyans facing human rights violation in Middle East has not been addressed.
Meanwhile, the Senate Committee on Agriculture has recommended the dismissal of licenses in the marketing and selling of tea and coffee to enable farmers to sell their produce directly, as compared to selling them through brokers without knowledge of their actual price. This is an effort by the committee to ensure that those farmers will not be exploited by fraudulent middlemen.
Kuna unyanyapaa na kuna dhuluma kubwa sana katika wakulima anadhulumiwa, na lazima tunyooshe ile njia. Tunataka zile cooperatives kuwe na mitaala kambambe ambapo cooperatives wanaweza kuuza kahawa yao moja kwa moja. Ikiwezekana cooperative wapewe leseni, wao pia ndo wanasaga, millers, ndo agent, ndio marketer, ili tuondoe zile dhuluma ambazo ziko katika ununuzi wa kahawa.
Lastly, small-scale business owners in Kisii and Nyamira counties will now be able to access investment information and how to obtain investors from outside the region, following plans underway by the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industries to promote businesses at industrial parks being established in the counties. The move is set to benchmark, build capacity and introduce the latest technology to the members in a bid to reduce production costs. Reporting for Lookup News, Juliet Chepkoech.